This is a video review of the Transformers Armada original main Red Alert toy. I forgot what class this was exactly. I think this is Ultra class, which is probably like a small leader nowadays. So take a look at this box. I actually got this Red Alert from TFCon many years ago. It's been in this box for a long time, but then I thought, okay, that Legacy, Armada Optimus Prime, and Hotshot came out, so I'm going to break this guy open and have him join his buddies. I thought this was the Japanese version, but someone on Transformers bot posting on Facebook told me this company, Sonokong, is actually Korean. Yet it's identical to the Japanese toy in every way. Nice picture of it on the side and on the side. And as you can see, it was packaged in vehicle mode. That's why I'm starting it out in vehicle mode. Again, more pictures. And on the back. And you see some nice artwork of the other characters on the back. Also came with this pretty nice catalog here. Let's see. Prime. Megatron. These were actually the toys made back when Armada was ongoing. So of course you see Unicron. And then Megatron, the original Megatron, not the new Legacy one. Prime, Jetfire, Scavenger, Overload. I've done a review on it. Demolisher, Starscream, again the old one, not the new one. And of course this Red Alert, Sideways, and the tidal wave that combines with Megatron. And on the back, some really cool pictures of minicons. This is the Sky Boob shield. I think this character was Hoist, Hotshot, Lure, Cyclonus, Thrust. You can see these are the parts of the Star Saber. And then I think these were sort of, I remember there were some Armada toys packaged. There were some packages of large Armada toys with a bunch of minicons. This could probably be the ones being packaged together overseas. And of course it's the original Hotshot, not the new one. This was made from around the same time the show. Made about the same time as the show was still ongoing. So, have Red Alert in his vehicle mode. Very nice ambulance. Kind of like the Ratchet of Armada. Not sure why one of these feet is sticking out. I've heard the difference between this one and the one we got in the West was the yellow was on the smaller light and the red was on the bigger light. And that was it. Also comes with his minicon. Sort of plug this in here. We'll open up his thing, and then you can sort of launch his disc thingy, which is this thing here. Which I didn't catch it. Hope it didn't get scuffed by the wall. Then So right here, this is going to also be done in robot mode, but I think it works in vehicle mode too. And then you got this missile thingy. It's pretty cool. This is quite a beefy looking truck. Again, I think it'd probably be ultra or small liter size by today's standards. So get him transformed. First, I think it'll help to open the doors, see if there's any tabs that will come undone. You want to lift this down. It feels a lot of resistance, but don't be afraid to tilt this all the way down, and then you just get this up. See, there's not really all much to it. Yeah, the cannon can get it up in robot mode too. Oh, this time it formed without the Unicon in there. Get the arms out. Whoops. How'd that happen? I'm surprised that this actually goes all the way around this mushroom peg. Usually these slide in on modern figures, and for good reason. If this splits apart, it's probably not gonna hold that arm anymore. Of course, there's really not much to it. You should get some nice thigh swivel here. This has surprisingly good articulation for its time. I mean, if you've had figures like Scavenger and Starscream, you know that a lot of these are quite limited in articulation, just like the G1 figures were. Then underneath this flap, there's some tools you can put onto Red Alert. I'll just pick this one. Remember, don't be afraid to tilt that piece, even though it's pretty tight. Stick this here, because otherwise he doesn't have a hand there. And yeah, there it is. Proportions are a bit wonky. This is probably the best figure of Red Alert at that time. It's surprisingly good for its time. The only thing that's terrible is that these legs can't go all the way more than this, but you're probably not sure if you even want it to go all the way. And of course the arms can go in and out. Double jointed bend, but that's because of the transformation. Not much with the wrist. So yeah, I'd say this has even has articulation that holds up today if it wasn't for this thing not being able to go up all the way. It's pretty good for a 20-year-old figure, and you can get the cannon out, which is cool, and put on the arm. But then you have this thing part stuck here, which I don't particularly care for. But this is a way of getting the accessory on him. off. See how well it stands. Let's see. As for his minicon, looks like this part's already moved forward. Okay, so just get both of these legs. Turn these legs around. And that's basically it. There's the minicon dude, and he basically just retains the same disc feature as the car mode. Yeah. So all in all, robot mode is mostly alright. I just think it needs to get some better proportions, because it does look wonky with these skinny legs and arms and this really large chest, and more articulation in the hips. I think I'm going to try out the knees. Almost 90s. So yeah, articulation is mostly great. You just need, I think it's just the only thing it's missing that modern figures have is the hip and waist, hip movement and waist rotation. So get them transformed. Before we get that happen, I'll do a quick side-by-side comparison. Here it is next to the Armada Legacy Optimus Prime. Scales pretty well. I think it's better than the core robot, but still smaller than Prime in the super mode. So I think this scale is acceptable, and of course you're going to have his buddy Hotshot with them. Those are the three main characters from the first episode. You haven't... Oh, and you may have noticed, she got the articulated fingers from the Armada upgrade kit from TF Safari. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that the guns were sold separately, so I ordered those later, but they'll be coming next week, and I think I'll do a review on the new hands and the new guns next week when I get them, or sometime eventually. Then still not on the fence about getting the gap fillers for the bottom of the feet. I mean, I'm never going to see them, so it's not sure if I want them. So as for Red Alert, get him back into vehicle mode. Again, I'm starting off with this because this is the way he was packaged. I'll get this. If I could always put that in the leg flap later. Gonna curl up these arms. Get this piece up. Turn these feet around. These feet. And tilt them forward. You want to get this slot into the tab in the door, in the rear, and the flaps on the legs. And this one, I think, need to put the gun back in. Hold on. I think it was right. So it was the gun, the missile facing forward, And then I'm supposed to turn this back, and of course you can just line up that piece back together. And then it's just a simple matter of getting the doors back in. So, hold on, this is a nice addition to the Armada Autobots we got in Legacy. Of course, it's very much a product of its time, but it's pretty good for a product of its time. Of course, with this one figure, get this down here, and I think you just leave the head facing down, sort of. Now, the instructions said that the hook was on the facing the other way. I can't quite get this to turn around. I assume it's might be misassembled, unfortunately. Yeah. Transformation is simple, and vehicle mode looks great. Well, please like this video, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel. That's it for my review. Bye.